Meantime, the pandemic has caused a lot of shortages over the past year, but a new one could change the way you pay for a used car. Sherman Chow connects the dots.
A shortage of computer chips means you could be paying higher prices for used cars. Let's connect the dots. The used car market was already pretty hot thanks to the pandemic. When lockdowns went into effect, car makers were forced to temporarily halt production, creating a shortage of new vehicles. It also meant that chip makers sent their supplies to other customers. And now that automakers are back up and running, the supply of semiconductor chips is way down. This is according to the Wall Street Journal. It's a real problem for car makers. Technology in vehicles has increased in recent years, causing a huge demand for chips. Modern cars require a large amount of processing power for everything from infotainment systems to safety alerts. And it's not like nobody else needs those computer chips. They're used in a wide array of consumer electronic products. All this has forced temporary production shutdowns of everything from Ford F-Series pickups to the Chevy Malibu. Now, wholesale used vehicle prices are up nearly 4% in the first half of March. And according to Edmunds, prices for consumers are following suit. About the only good news, dealers should be paying more for trade-ins. Connecting the dots, I'm Sherman Chow, KHOU 11 News.